Hi everyone, I hope the trimester started well for you. This is the first of a series of weekly Digital Media Snapshot videos that are designed to offer some brief reflections on each topic and to provide important announcements as you move through the unit. Please see the study notes documents for important information about obtaining updates, accessing unit content, and getting involved on media platforms like Twitter, YouTube and WordPress. Staff will monitor these sites, but be sure to ask any questions you specifically want us to answer in the Questions About the Unit discussion forum on Cloud Deakin, so that everyone can benefit from the response. Or you can get in touch by email if your question's not for public consumption. If all goes well, with over 300 students interacting on Twitter and elsewhere, the unit should get bigger than I can keep track of, and this would be a great thing. Most importantly, be active. I really hope you get a lot out of this unit, and as I'll probably say a number of times throughout the trimester, the more you put into it, the more you will take from it. I look forward to talking to you all online, and I'll be encouraging active engagement in various ways, both within and outside the unit's formal assessment. And of course, relating to the issue of being active online, we need to be careful about how we communicate with others, whether this be students in the unit or other people in other places. Please ensure you respect your fellow students and all others online, and be aware of the more vulnerable virtual spaces you occupy outside Cloud Deakin. The risk is quite minimal. It's unlikely we'll have a troll invade the unit, but they are out there. In all seriousness though, please feel free to contact me with any and all concerns. Our theme to get us thinking and talking this week is Media Studies 2.0, and who better to talk to us about this than Adam Brown 1.0, who in 2013 was first coming to terms with this rather daunting but also very useful approach. You'll be able to tell in the following footage that I didn't used to be quite as comfortable in front of the camera as I may seem to be now. One student recently tweeted that they were very grateful that I'd learnt how not to speak in monotone. It was a good point, I retweeted it. But at the same time, it's very important for some students to see this, because it's a reminder that everyone starts from somewhere. And for those people who are a little bit anxious about the practical use of media in this unit, with time and effort you do get better. With that said, here's a look at one of my very first teaching videos, which I used to call Me Lectures. Media Studies 2.0 is an approach put forward in a couple of blog posts initially. One was by David Gauntlet, who I've discussed in the study notes, and another was by William Merrin, who posted his blog post a little bit earlier, I believe, but roughly the same time. They both called this set of ideas that they had Media Studies 2.0, and they wanted an upgrading, a regeneration, if not a revolution, in the discipline, how media studies is taught, how it's conceptualized. Media Studies 2.0 is about a lot of things, but it's particularly about creativity, participation, and user-generated content, and the relationship between those things. And that's the kind of thing we'll be looking at, thinking about, and putting into practice throughout the trimester. As you've noted in the study notes, it's really highlighted that this unit is heavily influenced by ideas of Media Studies 2.0. But at the same time, it doesn't mean we're just going to take it on board uncritically and not really think through what we're doing. Your reading by William Merrin is a very enthusiastically written and energetic and very provocative reading, and you may find that you don't agree with everything in it as well. Think about how your demographic, particularly if you're almost a school leaver, is being portrayed in that reading. Another really useful phrase that Gauntlet uses, and the title of one of his recent books, is "Making is Connecting." And this really fits in with the Media Studies 2.0 idea. The rationale for making is connecting is really useful to think through, and that's been republished in his recent Kindle book, which we can have a look at now. Gauntlet writes that it is through the process of making that we make new connections between our materials, creating new expressive things. And we'll be doing that partly in the formal assessment and hopefully in other ways of this unit when you come to create digital text. Gauntlet also writes that by making things, we also make connections with each other by sharing what we've made and contributing to our relationships by sharing the meanings which we've created individually or in collaboration. And you'll be doing both of those things throughout. And Gauntlet also writes that it is through making things and sharing them with others that we feel a greater connection with the world and more engaged with being more active in the environment rather than sitting back and watching. So there's a new conceptualization of what used to be called, for Media Studies 2.0 theorists, the audience. Merrin writes that the concept of the audience is problematic. So as you can see, there are a lot of similarities between Media Studies 2.0 ideas and the content delivery and assessment in this unit. To take one more example, your reading by Merrin states that Media Studies 2.0 involves the lecture being replaced by the conversation, and I hope that that's what these me lectures will, if not become, at least lead to. Make sure you engage with these videos fully throughout the unit. It may sound strange to do this for YouTube videos, but I actually recommend you have a pen and paper handy or some kind of note-taking device for while you watch them. I don't give standard lectures, so these videos will be full of advice that you won't get anywhere else. The other thing about these videos is that they acknowledge that I'm no expert in the many different subject areas we look at. No one is. And these videos allow me to bring you industry practitioner or other researcher perspectives and not just my own thoughts, and that's the beauty of making digital media like this. And of course, it means I can exploit my dog for work purposes. Dance for the camera. It also allows me to put digital media into practice, to practice what I'm preaching. Tiffany, come here. Come on. Come on. Thanks for watching. And now I'll leave you with some behind the scenes insight into how these videos are often put together. See you next week. Hi everyone, I'm Adam Brown, and you should probably know that by now. Oh, shit. And well?
I just remembered, sorry.
You're no longer my sister. I'm probably going to edit me out of this.
It's not written down, so, you know.
Yes. Well?
I'm no longer your sister.
What do I say?
Oh, for goodness sake.
It doesn't matter if we have to do it more than once. Remember that you chose to study a Hey? Thanks for nothing. Okay, 3 words. God. Okay.
And Yoska goes too.
Don't start making me laugh. Remember that you chose to study a unit. I'm simplifying it now because it's too much for me. Remember that you chose to study a unit about digital media, and using it is the best way.
Why don't you film it like sweaty?
Okay, just once more, I meant to sign it. Well, that didn't really work.
And it was boring. Why don't you film it like sweaty?
I forgot to sign. This is what I do in every video.
Shit, I'm working with.
Well, that's probably enough from me for now. I will be in touch again very soon, but in the meantime, welcome to the unit once again, and I look forward to working with you. Probably a little bit quicker, sorry. I've got nothing to do. You're leaving me here to hang. You're hanging me. We really need to be completely annoyed. I think you need to overdo it with this bit. I am no longer your sister.
I'm sure she is annoyed by now.
Yeah, well, it's good. It's like reality.
If I got
It's totally me.
Yeah. Just feel it. Do method acting at it. Put yourself in the character of a sister that hates her
Can
brother.
I swear? No. Kidding, mother.
Oh, mother's here.
hurry up, my arms are going to drop off.